How's it going, guys? Welcome to Mobile Suit Gamers, episode 8. I'm one of your hosts, Shiro the Cat.
Black the Cat.
And I'm Shadow Sever.
Today, in the Amneme's world.
Amine.
You see, because I can't do that. I'm dyslexic. You're making me correct
It's just
myself.
Amine. No, I was saying it like you did.
Amneme?
I'd say Amine. But you can say however you want.
Amneme?
That's what Walter just said. I say Amine.
Amine. So you just
all
reverse
you're doing is literally switching the N and the M.
Amine.
Yeah.
Amine.
You nailed
There
it.
you go.
Amine.
You got it.
Amine.
You got it. You're so good.
Yay! Alright, so I've been keeping up with the latest episodes of Konosuba.
Yeah.
How's that been?
It's pretty funny. The main character died again.
What?
Again?
I didn't know he died oh yeah, I did know he died.
Yeah, he dies. That's how the story
Yeah,
starts.
yeah, okay,
He dies. He died again.
How do you never mind. I was gonna ask how he died again. How is that even possible? But
He got beheaded.
I'm gonna watch it.
He got beheaded.
Alright, well, spoilers.
Yeah,
That's not really a spoiler. That doesn't really give you much content.
What do you
The
mean? He just told me he gets his head cut off.
Well, he did say it happens right away.
Yeah, that's the episode. He gets his head cut
Oh
off.
my gosh.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's only 7 episodes in right now. FYI.
It's not too
Fui.
bad. Is that how you pronounce that?
What?
Fui.
And then I've been watching Phantom World. That's also on episode 7 or 8.
Did you tell us about that one last time?
That's the one with where people could suddenly see demons and stuff because of a chemical leak in the world.
The one that I desperately wanted to be like the other one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but you thought it was like that other one.
What was that other one called?
It's called... Haha, I wrote it down.
Uh,
Noragami.
Oh yeah.
we all thought it was Soul Eater. The whole Soul
No,
Eater.
you guys thought it was
yeah.
Soul Eater. I had never seen Soul Eater. I was like, I don't think that's it, but maybe.
Well, when you were explaining it, it sounded like Soul Eater.
Yeah, it was like, what? Soul Eater? What? Huh? Yeah, but I watched Phantom World, and then I finally finished the first season of Free.
Of what?
Free.
Oh,
The
3.
swimming one.
I thought you... Okay. I thought you said freak. I was like, I don't remember that being an option.
Free. I like it. It's really cute. I'm assuming because it's very similar. Like the pacing, everything's the same as kind of like Kuroko's.
Yeah.
Because it's like they have to go. They're making the team. They make their team. Their 4-man team. They go to regionals. And they don't win.
Okay.
And then they work hard to keep getting better. Blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
Teamwork, friendship, love, etc.
Yeah.
So if I watch it, I'm basically gonna be watching Kuroko again, but swimming
water.
instead of basketball.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
should make a water polo anime.
So wait, did you say there was you said there was there's people like the people on Kuroko's?
Yeah, because each of the guys on the team have a specialty in the swimming type.
I'm the breaststroking master.
That's what?
That's a kind of swimming.
Yeah. Was it? It's freeform, butterfly,
Butterfly's
backstroke.
impossible.
backstroke, and I forget what the other one is.
Interesting. That I'm not gonna lie, that sounds
it is
way more boring than Kuroko's.
The funny thing is there's like a lot of it's just like the comedy and the interactions with them, and then like it's like 2% swimming, actual swimming.
I'm kind of into it because like in Beck when he's swimming, I actually like that was like the reason why I started swimming like a couple years back.
Was it really?
Yeah, I mean the whole story is like him like learning to play guitar and stuff, but he's also like learning to swim at the same time, and it helps with his vocals because it opens his lungs, you know. So
Yeah.
I was like that's genius. Like I'll get ripped and be able to sing better. Like there's no downside to that.
That's kind of cool.
Plus, it's better for your knees.
Yeah, I am.
Never that.
Like I said, you're gonna have to teach me how to swim.
Oh, yeah, you don't know how to swim.
Dude, I know how to swim. I don't know how to like, quote unquote, proper swim, like arm over arm, head back and forth, like.
He knows how to doggy paddle.
Basically.
Yeah, so you don't know how to like swim like.
No, I don't know how to.
Olympically swim.
No, but I want to learn because it's.
Which is the funny thing.
Hella good
in
for you.
Free, there's a character just like you.
Well, he must be awesome.
He learns the butterfly.
Is he like a super fast doggy paddler?
That would be.
No, he just couldn't swim at all at first.
Oh my gosh! Now I need to watch this because he sounds like my hero.
He didn't know how to swim at all, and they had to teach him. And everyone, he's a super analytical character, so he just overthinks. Or
Does he wear glasses?
Yes.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he wears glasses.
Anime trope.
Yep. And he does the glasses thing where he tilts him.
Yep.
Yeah, the anime trope.
Pushes him up.
Yeah, but they teach him how to swim. It's pretty funny because it takes all four of them to finally teach him how to do something.
Grant, it's like soon to be real life. You'll be the guys, and I'll be the guy that doesn't know how to do anything.
So I have to be 4 people?
Yes. You have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how to butterfly. It's like crazy hard.
I don't need to
I.
know all that nonsense. I just need to know regular.
I mean, like breaststroke is easy, freestyle is easy. What's the other one?
Backstroke.
Backstroke is easy. The side one is a little bit harder.
That's freeform, isn't it?
Which
I don't even know. I
the
have no
sideways
idea.
one?
Yeah, I don't know what the names of all of
The
them
sideways one is like the one with the frog kick.
Frog kick.
Which,
But
You're a frog kick.
I don't know. We learned them all in gym class.
See, we
I
didn't. We didn't have a pool at my high school because it was in the ghetto.
Oh well.
where'd you go to high school?
Joliet.
Was it? Weren't there 2 Joliet high schools?
Yep, Central and West. Technically, there's 3. There's Central West and Joliet Catholic Academy.
The Catholic Academy wasn't a public school, right?
No.
No, so they didn't count them.
Yeah.
Because I know we used to play against Joliet in soccer.
Did
every
we
once in a while.
really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I cannot imagine us being good, and here's why. I don't even remember us having a soccer team.
We played them 1 year, and then they never showed up on our roster again.
That's probably because they probably never had it again.
Was it freshman year?
It was sophomore year we had them.
Here's what I'm wondering.
Sophomore year is kind of a blur for me.
They traveled to us because we had a home game with them, and we
You probably
I don't know how you
sucked
remember
sophomore
that.
year.
you
so
probably
we-
killed them, didn't you?
Oh, we were awful sophomore year,
we
so we
were
might
bad,
have
yeah.
lost.
Oh.
Yeah, we were just bad players in general.
I mean,
We
I'm
were
just basing it
terrible.
off of our football team, which was always terrible. So I just assumed that the soccer team wouldn't be much better.
I think varsity destroyed them, if I recall watching that game.
Probably.
Our varsity?
Our varsity destroyed Joliet.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
Our
me.
varsity was okay.
Our sophomore year, our varsity team was pretty good compared to us. But yeah.
Anyway.
Any enemies you guys been watching?
Just the same old for me. Gundam, I'm, as always, an episode back. So I'm caught up to episode 19. Still haven't seen 20, because...
I don't know why I even watched the new one, because you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, you should just wait a
You
week.
should just wait one. No, we should skip. We should make Grant delay so he's caught up with Crunchyrolls.
Yeah, you should just watch it on Crunchyroll schedule so we're all on the same one.
I mean, I'd rather not.
Fine.
So that I can just keep up, you know?
Yeah.
So you can judge us.
Yeah, seriously.
No, it really has nothing to do with you guys. I just like the story and like to keep watching it.
Fair enough. I'm also still watching Gurren Lagann. I think I have 4 episodes left. I'm not going to go too in-depth this week. I'm going to wait until next week when I finish it and give my final thoughts. But so far, I still really like.
My man, you're 4 episodes to a completion of the entire 20-something episodes.
Yeah, there's 27, and I'm on 23.
Are they in space already?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So
Shit's about to go down.
Is it gonna eventually? So like the opening sequence of the first episode is like them in space fighting some enemy and whatnot. Is it gonna like go back to that before the end, like catch up to that point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did they not introduce the main bad guy yet?
Wait, did they just launch into space to look for him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're gonna do is go fight him.
So maybe I'm further back than 4 episodes, but yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Well, things escalate very quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It goes from being like, oh, this just got really serious to like, oh wait, I'm watching Gurren Lagann. What was I talking about?
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, you know, they're like, oh, it's getting serious. Never mind. They're joking around again.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
I mean, I don't. Nothing's ever gonna. So far, nothing's been as brutal as losing Kamina.
And nothing in your life will ever be as brutal as losing Kamina.
Dude, it was rough.
You've peaked out emotionally.
But the twins died. Or no, it didn't happen.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't. I mean, they weren't as cool as Kamina.
Why not? They were in a.
I mean,
they were in a monkey.
Yeah, but Kamina's Kamina.
But they were in a monkey. With guns for feet.
Yes, yes,
feet.
yes, they were.
With guns.
For feet.
Well, regardless, I'm loving it, so I'm going to finish that this week. So I should be able to finish that this weekend, so I should be starting something new next week.
Yeah, what are you going to start next?
What? Let's consult.
Don't tell him to watch new stuff until he's watched some old stuff.
Let's consult.
But then the new stuff is going to turn into old stuff.
Well, then you can
then
watch
I'll
it.
just watch it when it's old.
Alright.
Let's consult the list.
I have a long list too.
Don't we all?
Claymore. Oh, unfortunately, a lot of these I found are not on Crunchyroll. Claymore.
No, because they're way older. They get taken down after a while.
That sucks. Yeah, Claymore's not on there. I was gonna watch that before I watched Gurren Lagann, but it wasn't up. So maybe
Check like Anime Freak.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Maybe-
Anime Freak has a lot.
Dot Hack Sign or Kill La Kill.
You should watch them at the same time.
Really?
They're super opposite.
Yeah, they are.
There couldn't be more opposite animes.
Because Kill la Kill is made by the team for Gurren Lagann.
So it's
So if you like
ridiculous.
Yeah, so if you like
It's
this,
totally
this
ridiculous.
kind of story format and art style, you can watch Kill la Kill to keep getting more. Otherwise, you can go to Dot Hack Side and get a whole different feel.
Get super depressed.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
is it that bad?
Actually might balance you out from being depressed.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like watching Gundam and One Punch Man at the same time.
Really?
It's probably even more extreme.
Jeez. Okay.
Because Dot Hack Sign is way more depressing than Gundam.
I mean, I don't think Gundam's that depressing. I mean, there have
Not
been
anymore.
there have been a couple moments, but
Yeah, I mean, it's picking up.
I gotta imagine the first season's almost over.
I
Yeah,
mean,
probably.
I'm gonna
That's
assume that
totally-
it's standard and it's gonna go to something like 24, 25.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're on 20, so
Yeah.
You only got a few more episodes. Unless they're going to do long form, which could mean 30, 50.
what? Yeah, wasn't
doubt it.
the last Gundam series I watched when it was on was Gundam Wing, and that was super long.
Did it have multiple seasons though?
See, I don't remember because I watched it on Cartoon Network, and it was all in English, and they just kind of back to backed it, and so if there were seasons, it didn't get broken up that way for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there are actually seasons. So there might have been. I'd have to look into that. What have you been watching?
I finished Kuroko's today.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah.
Did they win?
I marathoned the last 10 episodes in the past 2 days.
Nice. Did they win everything?
Do you want to know?
Are they the champions of the world?
Should I spoil everything for everybody?
Yes.
No. I think you should give your final thoughts on the series, but I don't think you should spoil it. Especially
My
because
final thoughts?
I plan to watch it and I don't want to know.
Okay, alright, fair enough. Season 3 had a lot of flashback. Not even so much flashback is it like straight up like went back and like told the story of the generation of miracles almost like from the beginning. And it like showed all of them coming together, and then it also, after it had shown that, it went all the way and like showed how they all ended up separating. So it was kind of like it showed them in the beginning when they're good, but they're not like amazing, and then it shows them getting better and how each one of them like learning these different strengths kind of pushes them apart.
Interesting.
Because then they end up competing, and they all want to be better than each other.
Can you imagine
that's
if
kind
there
of
was an all-star game with each one of them on the same team?
Here's the thing, is I don't think that could happen until what happens in the third season is over with.
Got it. Interesting. Now you have.
You'll have to watch it to understand what I'm
my-
talking about.
Although maybe that's what I'll watch next.
I mean, you might as well. You started it, didn't you?
I did.
So
I got a couple episodes in.
yeah. And then you can give your thoughts.
Fair.
And then I can talk about it more openly.
Yeah.
But good ending for sure.
That's
It didn't disappoint me.
It's nothing like a disappointing ending. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
One Punch Man. I just was like, wait, this is it? There's not more One Punch Man?
there
I
has
thought
to
they were
be
making
more.
a second season.
I know, but the way the first season ended, I was just like, wait, that was it? That was the season finale? Okay. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. I was just being bitter.
Freaking Food Wars.
Yeah, but
Oh, maybe I'll watch Food Wars next.
you should watch Food Wars. It's
You didn't watch Food Wars?
No, I
it's
didn't watch
so
Food Wars.
good, and I would love to talk to you about it.
Should I watch Food Wars or Konosuba, Walter? White,
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Konosuba's quick to watch.
Alright, maybe I'll catch up on Konosuba real quick and then start some other stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you,
'cause-
if you like Food Wars, like, I could not stop watching Food Wars. It's so funny and good.
Yeah, you can burn through it. It's only 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you burn. Knowing the way you watch anime, you'll burn right through it.
Right.
Well,
Dang.
I mean, things have changed since high school.
Yeah, but you powered
Yeah.
powered through 3 seasons of Kuroku's in what, a month and a half, if that.
Maybe.
So you can definitely burn
Yeah, you
through
could-
one season of.
You can't imagine how it was in high school. It was like I didn't watch anime until like probably my senior year once I started hanging out with Whitemore, and it was like the door had been open and I felt like I had to catch up on like 18 years of anime. And I did.
I know you did. So, alright, great. You need to calm a little down there.
Well, high school was tough, man.
I know.
Had to get through it somehow.
So,
Good way.
are you still? What else have you been watching? Erased and all those? Are you still caught up in all that?
Yeah. Erase and Durara.
Anything mind blowing to talk about, or just kind of same old?
I mean, you just have to watch Erase because literally every episode is mind blowing.
Okay.
They leave every ending of every episode is like, what is gonna happen?
Well, at the rate I'm going through anime, by the time I get around to watching it, the first season will already be over, and I could just marathon it.
Yeah, probably.
It's a possibility. It's only on like eight came out this week.
Yeah, but
9 actually just came out a minute ago.
I'm slow, and I've not. It's taken me 3 weeks to burn through Gurren Lagann, which is only 27 episodes.
Yeah, it's true.
Konosuba's only on episode 7.
Yeah.
It's pretty short.
Well, it just started.
Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world.
Is that the full title?
That's the full title in Crunchyroll.
Wait, you undersold this big time.
Yeah, really? God's blessing on this wonderful world. I have to go watch this right now.
Seriously.
What about Phantom World? That one's pretty good too.
Does it have a cool name like God's blessing?
It has a pretty long title. Phantom World's the last part of it. That's the easier part to say. It's Phantom World. Let's watch that.
Let me look it up.
Well, while he does that,
it's just called Myriad Colors Phantom World. That's not that crazy.
Yeah, that's not that cool. You
you
undersold the first one, and you oversold the other one.
Apparently.
Not a good salesman, okay?
Wait, that's your job.
Yeah,
what do
you
you
should
mean?
be.
Not a good salesman when it comes to anime, because I don't know what to give out when it comes to it.
Well,
Certain things will spoil it if I give it away. Konosuba is just one of those you have to watch. And then Phantom World's one you recommend because it's pretty fun. If you're into those kinds of fantasy type animes.
Cool.
Can we talk about movies for a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anime movies?
Yeah, anime movies.
Oh, you're going to talk about the new one?
Yeah, I mean, someone also just posted, I just saw it on Facebook, an old Studio Ghibli film, which I didn't realize didn't have an American release, I guess is being put out in America all this year, and there's tons of, I just found the website for it, and there's tons of release dates. They're all different, and it's gonna be one of those select theaters, playing it in art theaters or whatever. The one in Chicago's at the Music Box, I'm pretty sure.
Music Box is the best.
Well, yeah, it's like the art theater in Chicago, but it's called Only Yesterday. It's a really good film, but I've only ever watched it in Japanese with subtitles, so I didn't even realize that it didn't have an American release.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought it was already
but it's a great film, so I'm probably gonna go see it when it comes out, because why not,
Studio Ghibli always does pretty good dubs.
Yeah, they do. I'm not 100% it's actually gonna be a dub, but
they're getting it released in the US.
You know what? Speaking of
might
which,
be. You're right.
You should bring one or two over on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we should. You do need to get caught up on the Ghibli films.
I do.
Well, the problem is, well, it's not a problem, but I only own Miyazaki films, but Studio Ghibli has other directors who have made fantastic films as well. So,
well, I mean, might as well. I could start with Miyazaki and move on from there.
Yeah.
Miyazaki is a great place to start, especially with Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to get someone into anime, Studio Ghibli films are the best.
Animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other one that I wanted to bring up is one that we've actually been waiting for, because the director has made such great films so far. He I don't know his name, but he directed Summer Wars, and pretty sure he did Girl Who Leapt Through Time as well.
He did Wolf Children as well, though.
Oh yeah, and those are all great. So I think the new one is called I want to say the Beast and the Boy or something like that.
Yeah, the Boy and the Beast, or is it something like that? Some kind of combination of that.
But anyway,
that's coming out to theaters soon.
Yeah, it's coming out real soon. March 4th, I think, for us.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
That's next Friday.
Yeah, that's... dang it. That's what my show is. We should go... Ooh, we should go Saturday or Sunday, though.
But I get off late Saturday.
Bro.
We'll have to go Sunday.
Bro.
What is this? This movie?
All right, it's called The Boy and the Beast,
Uh-huh.
and it's directed by Mamoru Hosada, and he has done a lot of stuff.
He's done a lot of wonderful works before.
Cool.
Oh, you haven't seen? We're gonna give you a huge list of anime movies to watch because those are something you just.
He
don't know
also
about.
did the Digimon movies.
Yeah, that's his
Oh!
art style. Yeah.
Oh snap! He did something for Samurai Champloo. Oh, he did the opening for Samurai Champloo.
Hey,
That's awesome.
I have a question. You know what? Maybe I should
Yes.
look it up real quick. Unless Grant knows. Speaking of samurais, when does it start?
Samurai Jack.
Yes.
I don't think it's been released yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, speaking of Samurai Jack, I should probably pick up those comics.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you? I'm
Man.
surprised you haven't checked out the comics.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Not feeling it.
I'm too attached to it as a show that I don't know if I want to make that switch, but I do realize that it supposedly continued the story, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, it doesn't say, unfortunately. Bummer, it just says 2016. Well, when it comes out,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. We'll be talking about that for sure when it comes back on.
for sure.
Definitely. Most definitely.
All right.
Keeps moving around.
What?
I keep hearing shaking noises.
I don't know.
Ryan.
Why is it gotta be me?
Because it's not me.
It's not me.
Well,
I don't even have a swivelly chair.
I don't. Dude, you know I have metal chairs. It's not me.
Yeah. Alrighty. Whatever. Continuing on.
Is that all we have for anime this week?
I think so.
That's all I got. I have no manga this week because I didn't read any of the new chapters.
All right.
I really want the mob one to come out like in paper so I can buy it.
I went to my game shop, the card shop over here, and they have manga now, but they didn't have.
Was it called Girl May Kill?
Yeah, Girl May Kill. They didn't have it.
I might have to look it up on the interwebs, see if they have it. Maybe I'll order it.
All right.
Well, as far as comics go, I read a bunch of stuff this week. Actually, I got completely caught up with Sinestro. I'm torn on Sinestro because the story has been really good. It's about this thing called the Paling, which was like trying to rid the universe of all emotion. And the Green Lantern Corps has disappeared completely. And so Sinestro Corps is basically taken over as the police for the universe. Which is kind of cool. And so the Paling came to Earth, and they found out the Archbishop of the Paling was an old guardian of the universe.
Okay.
That had gone bad like way back, and then they thought he was dead, but he wasn't. Of course, he was just in like a hibernation. So he attacks Earth, and so Sinestro, like his way of fighting them. You know how the Green Lanterns have Mogo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sinestro Corps has ranks. Same thing. Sentient planet. That's a yellow lantern.
Right.
So they got a hold. So I remember I told you they had another fight with Mongol.
Okay.
So they beat Mongol, and Sinestro sent him hurtling into space, and they took Warworld, and they fused ranks into Warworld. So now Warworld is basically sentient.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. So they come to Earth and like to throw the paling off. Like he sends out do you know what the Manhunters are? The robots the Green Lanterns created, and then
Yeah, during the show.
okay. So the Manhunters, Sinestro repurposes them into Fear Lantern batteries, like basically, like he repurposes them to be foot soldiers for the Sinestro Corps. But he also has rings in them, so he sends out to throw the paling off. He sends out waves of rings. In the first wave, so Black Adam becomes a Sinestro Corps member. Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Deathstroke, and Scarecrow all become
Jeez.
Yellow Lanterns. And then in the second wave, it's like Etrigan the Demon and John Constantine and like a bunch of like, I don't call them secondary characters, but not like as widely used characters.
Sounds like you were saying magic users.
Oh yeah, I guess a lot of them were magic users. I don't think they all were, but so the second wave goes out and a bunch of other people, which as a HeroClix player, I really hope all these people get made into Yellow Lanterns now. Because that would be awesome. But the last issue, I'm confused on whether or not the series is going to continue. It seems like it is, but they played it off.
One punch scenario.
Well, no, they played it off like they killed him off.
Like they killed Sinestro?
Yes. And I
weird.
don't think he's actually dead. I'm interested to see. Obviously, I'm going to keep reading it. I'm interested to see what happens. But the way it ended, it seems like he got killed off. Like, and here's the thing: Sinestro, for all like his posturing and all his "I'm looking out for me and my people," the way he dies is or quote unquote dies. He sacrifices himself to save the Earth. Very un-Sinestro-like thing, but
yeah.
But it wasn't so much. He wasn't doing it for the Earth. He was doing it to stop the paling, because he knew if the paling destroyed Earth, it was just going to keep moving through the universe, and it would eventually get to nuke Kurgar and kill all his people. So he did it to stop the paling, not really to save the Earth, but.
Okay.
As a byproduct, it just so happened that he saved the Earth. So we'll see how it goes. And then I picked up Carnage 5, which is just a ton of fun. Like, it's not like campy, but it's Carnage. It's just following him around as a bad guy. So it's a lot of fun.
So is there like a real storyline, or is he just kind of wandering around killing people?
Well, there was kind of a story at first, but then he wandered, he got away, and now it seems like he's just going to be back to killing people.
Okay.
So, there's not, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but so far there's not like a super, like, it's kind of like, The Expendables in comic book form, where it's just supposed to be fun. I don't know that it's supposed to be taken super seriously, because, you know, he's super crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep reading it because it's fun. But and then I picked up. There's a new series. I've always been into like Hellboy, and they started a new Hellboy series, so I picked it up because I could start it from the beginning. And this one, where most Hellboy is modern times with like Abe Sapien and all those guys, this is Hellboy. It's called Hellboy 1953, or maybe it's, I don't have it in front of me. It might be Hellboy in the BPRD 1953. But it's basically him in his second year with the BPRD, and just them going out and doing what they do, solving paranormal things. So in the first issue, there's this gym that's gone missing, and there's a psychic chick on the team, and she touches it, and she sees something that happened like 5 years earlier, and so they're trying to investigate what. I guess the gym opens a portal to like another dimension where a bunch of creatures are, so they're trying to figure out like what it is and where it came from and like what's going on, because in this town all these kids and pets have gone missing, and then now an adult has been found that was mutilated, so they're trying to figure out what's causing all of this. So it's cool. So I mean, it's only issue 1, so you haven't gotten much. You just got like the kind of basics of it. Like they're looking into what's going on in this town, why all these kids and pets and now adults are going missing.
Yeah, it's just first issue, right? So.
Right. So that is something I'll definitely. I love. Have you ever seen the art for Hellboy, like the comics?
In passing.
It's very different than I thought it would have been from the movies. Like, the movies make him to be, like, huge and jacked. Yeah. He's actually not. He's actually not huge.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a red dude with horns. I mean, he does have the giant fist. That part he still has, but... but I really dig the art style.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading that, and I think that's everything. I read the new Vader, but I don't remember if that was last week or this week. So, that's all I got for comics. What have you guys been reading?
Want to go first, Grant?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. I've only read a couple of things. I started the new Red Hood and Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I am confused as all crap because I haven't read the Red Hood and the Outlaws at all, this is the post story to that.
Alright, let's do ours simultaneously. I just started Red Hood and the Outlaws, Volume 1.
That's great. I need to go backwards.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. Did you finish it?
I'm like really close. Once we're done with the podcast, I'll finish it.
Did they fight that green creature?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Crux or
yeah,
something.
Crux. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he was cool.
Yeah, I'm assuming he might come back. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, just wait. It gets better. They get into some Red Hood stuff, like where he's been and places he's trained, and it's cool.
I mean, they've already started talking about that some.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, I think that's what they're setting up the story to be. It goes back and it shows where he trained, but then, all of them have been killed or whatever. So he's kind of on this sort of like a revenge mission.
Yeah.
Because there's these like people called the Untitled.
Right.
They're not human. But there's only so many left of them. But supposedly one of them killed all the people who trained him. They're called like the All Cast.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a mentor in particular named Dukra, I think it is.
Yeah.
And so basically, I think the whole story is going to be him with Arsenal and Starfire going out and killing all the Untitled.
Yeah, it's a great book. That was honestly, out of all the books I read in the New 52, I think Suicide Squad, that, and then maybe I would lump all the Lantern stuff together, but like the Lantern stuff, that, and then maybe Justice League Dark, because that was amazing. But yeah, that was in my top 5 out of all 30 books. Red Hood and the Outlaws is in my top 5. It's such a good book.
I mean, the thing that I think is so interesting is like the characters are done really well.
Yep.
Like, I didn't really know what to expect from Red Hood because I've only seen him in passing in other comics, where he'll come in and come out. and he always seems to be kind of just like this like smart aleck kind of. He seems like a jerk more or less, but he's really not like that.
Right.
Like to an extent he is. He'll joke around obviously because he's hanging out with Arsenal, who, you know, that's
has
all he
no
does.
serious side.
Yeah, he's very much like the Arsenal in Young Justice.
Yes.
Where he's kind of like this angry, like jokester or whatever. So that's cool. Is that being true? But as we talked about, Starfire is totally different from the Teen Titans that we watched on Cartoon Network.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
smoking
I'm
hot
into
and
it.
bangs everything that moves.
Well, I mean, you know, for little Grants, Starfire on the Cartoon Network one she was pretty cute.
She's got nothing on a good adult Starfire.
Yeah,
Wow.
Starfire is pretty.
She's wearing significantly less clothing,
That is true.
but she's kind of all around more like crazy and
She's definitely way more powerful.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
It's funny to me because you have Red Hood and Arsenal, these two dudes with no powers. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong. And then you have crazy strong Starfire.
Yeah, she's definitely the most OP. It's funny. There's a scene where Starfire like picks them both up and is flying them away, and Arsenal's like, man, this is really emasculating, like being carried by this girl. and Red Hood's just like, he's like, get over it, man. She's crazy.
It's so good.
Yeah. Plus, I'm really into Red Hood's costume. It's
Dude, his costume, I like it because it's simple. It's just like like he's got a full suit of body armor, and then he wears like the bomber jacket.
yeah, which is awesome.
And
But
then
he's just wearing
his
a bomber
hood.
jacket. Yeah, I mean it's a mask, but
Well, that's what I meant.
yeah.
But yeah, the red
I don't know.
mask, and that's it.
I don't know why he's called Red Hood when it's really a mask.
Oh,
You know.
because
Told the
I'm
name.
not hating.
he's still a name. So, this is not obviously always canon, but because they've done all kinds of different origin stories for him. But in some versions of the story, the Red Hood was a villain, and Batman went to arrest him, and lo and behold, the Red Hood falls in a vat of chemicals and comes out as the Joker. And the Joker is the
Yeah.
one that kills.
Right, Jason Todd.
Yes, so he took on the Red Hood moniker.
Right, I knew about the Joker being Red Hood, but it doesn't explain why it's Hood when it's a mask. That's all I was saying.
Oh, yeah. I never got that either.
That's a good question. Because even in like when I've seen him in other comics or shows, it's more like a helmet type of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a helmet. Like
Yeah.
it's like a helmet mask.
Yeah, the Red Hood's the villain has actually worn a hood before, but yeah, he's always had the mask. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Right, whatever. It's
Small,
pretty cool.
It's
small details.
it's a cool name and it's a cool costume, so whatever.
Continuity errors.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of those in DC, but I still love it.
Man, yeah, the one thing that I've noticed, like since I started reading more comics, is there's a lot of like mistakes, in like, just the words. They'll like spell something wrong, or not necessarily. They'll like forget a word,
Oh,
or, like,
yeah.
add like an extra word. It's
Uh-huh.
always like the or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something simple, but it's like, man, I didn't really expect there to be that many mistakes.
I think the reason is, as careful as they try to be, I mean, they have an inker, and it's like, let's say say he does the word bubbles last, and he's drawn the whole page.
Yeah.
He's not going to redo the page for one little. That would be my guess, is he's just like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to understand the whole process that goes in, but behind, you know, drawing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
They usually have to do a bunch of pages within a quota, so if they miss something, they're probably like, I don't got time for that.
yeah, I mean, it never takes me out of the story. It's just something that I've noticed.
Right.
Because I mean, I read a lot of regular books, and then I read a lot of comics now, and you don't find too many mistakes in regular books. I don't know what else to call them besides that. But that's also because those are like highly edited and all
Right.
that and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Yeah. Those usually go through many people.
most
I mean,
definitely.
Shelves. Yeah, whereas
Most
in comics are quick last minute edit. Good enough, send it on the shelves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you read anything?
Yeah, I totally cut you off.
Besides that,
Yeah, what else are you reading?
I've only read. I read 2 other things. I read the next issue of Deadpool and Cable.
Yeah.
I found out why Cable doesn't have his
Oh,
powers.
please explain, because even
He's
though
got-
I'm gonna read it from you anyway, I'm gonna.
He's got like this sort of cancer thing, and it's preventing him from using his abilities.
Oh, so it's something that they'll cure at some point, I'm sure.
Well, it's like because something within his timeline of existence is causing him to lose his abilities. So he sent Deadpool to go fix it.
Oh, he sent him into the future?
No, he sent him into the timeline, which is past, present, future, etc. Alternative timelines, etc.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Yeah, and in the system, there's like a little like hologram thing that tells him like what he should probably do, and it's like you should probably just kill all the Cables you meet because they're just probably just not part of the timeline that should exist. And so Deadpool tries to kill the first one, and he messes up and kills the guy that was trying to kill him in the first place.
Jeez.
And the suit, like as soon as the suit thinks something's complete, it like sends him to the next timeline.
Oh, so there's no
So like he
fixing
messes
it.
up, and it just sends him, and like the hologram's like, I guess that works too. I guess killing the people trying to kill him is another way of saving him. I guess.
Wow.
But there's a timeline where Cable has Captain America's shield.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't really.
Well, that's
never
not.
mind.
I don't think that's canon. Like, there's not an actual timeline that follows. I mean, this is Cable
I don't know.
Deadpool. You can't take in context of any of the stuff actually happened in other comic continuity. This is all contain. Pretty much anything, from what I understand, anything Deadpool related is just contained unless he appears in another actual book. If it's a Deadpool title, it's pretty self-contained.
Okay, so
like,
it's just a
nothing-
thing that they did.
From what I understand, nothing in actual Deadpool titles is canon. Like, it's just all whatever. It's just all fun stories.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because there's a lot of different Cables, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, this sounds like the old Cable in Deadpool where they jumped around timelines, and like there was one where there was a couple times where like Cable was a baby and Deadpool had baby Cable. Just imagine Deadpool taking care of a baby, no matter what baby it is.
Did he still have the metal arm as a baby?
I don't remember.
I would assume not.
That's pretty great, though. Yeah. And then the other thing I read was Batman and the Ninja Turtles.
Dude, you found issue 1?
Yeah, I found an issue 1.
Oh, I can't. I'm jealous, and I'm gonna have to read it next time I come over because I've been looking for issue 1. I want to read that bad. I've heard it's. I was reading like top comics of February, and that was like number 1. It's like if you're not
Seriously?
reading, yeah, they said if you're not reading this, you should be because it's very faithful to both series and.
Huh.
I don't know whose art style they're doing. I don't know if they're doing a mix or it's more Ninja Turtle-y or more Batman-y.
I think it's more Ninja Turtle-y.
Yeah, because I noticed the eyeline's a little stronger, which is a Ninja Turtle thing, but
Ninja Turtle-y.
Batman still looks very intense.
Is it
For
good?
Batman.
Is it good though?
So far it's just introduction. The first issue is just them meeting.
Cool.
Oh.
Do they fight each
Yeah.
other?
I don't know. They just met. Like the first one just ends with them like
I can only imagine
they
Raphael.
bump into the Batmobile and he's just like Batman's on top of a building like staring them down. It's like turtles, And that's where it ends. I was like, what?
I can only imagine.
So they didn't like actually meet.
No, but they ran into like the Ninja Turtles ran into Croc, and they beat him up. And
Oh, that's awesome.
And Batman ran into the Shredder, and the Shredder got away.
Did he kick the poop out of the Shredder first?
No, the Shredder's just like, get out of here. This is not your fight.
Oh.
And he just disappeared.
Although realistically, I feel like Batman could probably kick Shredder's booty.
Yeah.
Shredder's all just bite. That's it. He's just got a good punch, and that's it.
He's just got his blades.
Well, I mean, like in normal human terms,
he's pretty.
Well, he's not really human.
He is.
I mean, he's just a dude with. He's like a really strong ninja with crazy like
blades.
No, the Turtle series. If I recall, he's got some kind of mutant genes in it too, and himself too.
In the comic books,
are you talking about the movie?
No, in the comics.
Oh, I know.
If I recall, I remember him having some sort of like super strength and stuff that's beyond being human. Besides him just being a martial art master.
I never read any of the Turtles comics. As far as I knew, he was just a human, though.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read this, so I might be a little off.
We're going off the old live-action films.
Yeah, right.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I was.
That's totally what I was going off.
Yeah.
I'd rather go off the animated series and say...
He was still only a human in the animated series.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Anyways, and then I just recently started Suicide Squad Most Wanted, Deadshot and Katana.
How's that?
Right now it's only following Deadshot right now.
Who cares about anything else?
And then Katana's
awesome.
I just got introduced to, so it's pretty. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I've never read any of the Suicide Squad stuff, so.
Oh, I love Suicide Squad.
This is pretty cool to see what I'm looking forward to in this movie.
I'm looking forward to. Well, I would not expect the movie to be anything like the comics, other than the fact that there is a team of supervillains going out and fighting other villains. I wouldn't expect it to be like the comics.
Well, I mean, like in terms of the characters, Deadshot and Harley Quinn are the only two characters I actually know anything
right.
of.
I wouldn't
Katana
expect them to
be
like their characters in the comics either.
I'm like, what abilities do they actually have?
Because from what I've seen, Harley Quinn in the movie is nothing like she is in the comics, and I don't know about Deadshot.
Oh, you know the Joker too.
Yeah, the Joker. Joker's closer. He's not close in look, but he is closer from what I've seen in like how he acts to the comics. But Harley Quinn's different, and then they haven't shown enough Deadshot for me to know whether, because here's how, like, Deadshot's like super cocky.
Will Smith.
He's what?
He's Will Smith.
Well, yeah, but Deadshot's character, Floyd Lawton, is like super cocky. Like, he's the best, and he knows he's the best, and like he doesn't miss and all that. And so I don't know if they're playing Will Smith like that, where he's going to be.
I feel like Will Smith could pull that off.
If that's the direction they're going with, I'll be pretty happy with it, because that's how he is.
He'll just be a mix between Deadshot and his character from Fresh Prince.
There you go. That works.
That would be hilarious.
So they haven't done too much with Katana yet?
He'll shoot people and then dance.
Towards the end of the first one, it brings her in a little bit, and
you'll get to see her soul sword in action.
Because the last thing is her fighting somebody, and that's it. And then the next one, the cover is her. She's on the cover of the next. Well, she's on the cover of both of them, but this one's the variant for the first issue.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But the next one, I got the normal one. Is literally her, like, with her sword getting ready to block.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm excited for the second issue because I haven't read that one yet.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that everything you've read?
Well, I picked up the Harley Quinn, the New 52 Harley Quinn, Volume 1.
Oh, that.
I'm gonna start that.
Well, it looks. I don't know. I don't know if it starts off with the same art style that is current in the current issues, but I think the art in that book is atrocious. I picked.
It's different. It's definitely different than what I've seen before. It's way different, but I haven't started reading it, so I don't know.
I mean, the story could be great, but I think the art's terrible.
I don't know. It's different. I like her outfit, but I don't like her face. Her face, the way they drew her face this time is a little.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah,
it's like a little more realistic than it needs to be, but taking away key features that needed to be there. That's coming from like an artist's perspective.
Interesting.
It's like, yeah.
That I don't have. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
That's just from normal guy perspective.
That tells you a lot. If someone who doesn't know about art doesn't like it, it's just like, yeah, there's definitely something wrong when it's a simplified, realistic look.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I've read.
Cool.
Grant, what else did you read?
Outside of Red Hood, I picked up the first issue of Old Man Logan.
Oh yeah.
Which I am super psyched about reading the rest of it. I feel like I can talk about it without ruining it.
Well, yeah, you can. You can, like what you told me at work. I feel like is not spoilery at all.
Yeah, I mean, because it is kind of starting in the middle of something. If you haven't read the graphic novel, but kind of.
So it
not.
does it pick up where the graphic novel left off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, more or less.
Like, does he have the shield?
No, I don't think he has it at the end of.
I haven't read it in a long
graphic novel.
I haven't read it since it first came out, so I don't really remember that well.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but I'm pretty sure it picks up. I mean, if it's not right where it ends off, it's got to be pretty close.
Right.
But basic concept is at some point all the villains were like, hey, why don't we get together and work together to defeat all the superheroes? And they do, and they take over the world. And so Old Man Logan is set in the future where the world has been like that for a long time. The good majority of all the superheroes are already dead, and he's old now. So that's the setting. And
does that affect him at all? Like, does he heal slower or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you don't see a whole lot of it because he's
probably
become kind of a pacifist. He doesn't want to fight.
Oh.
So
yeah.
Well, at least in the graphic novel.
I have to read it again because I don't remember that.
Yeah, in the graphic novel, he Hawkeye shows up and he takes him on this adventure, and the whole time he's trying not to fight anyone. He won't even take his claws out. So
right.
That's kind of how that goes, but things change a little bit in the new series, or at least it seems like it's going to be that way.
Like he's going to fight more?
I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but basically, it's the premise of the new series is somehow he got sent back in time, and he got sent back to before the villains all got together and took over. So basically, it's gonna be him doing whatever he has to do to prevent that from happening. Or at least that's what it seems like. I've only read the first issue. I think there's 6 out, I want to say. And I will pick them up next paycheck for sure.
Yeah.
Probably all of them.
How many are there now?
I think there's about 6. I want to say. So it's not super far into it. I'll definitely be able to catch up pretty quickly. But I love the art style. It's like super dark. Everything is like almost like a sepia or whatever. It's got like a lot of shadows. Like his face is a lot, doesn't always have like a lot of detail. That it's always kind of shadowed and whatnot. But he just looks crazy because he's like super old, but he's still like this really like ripped dude.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's super interesting.
Well, just because he doesn't fight people doesn't mean he can't do push-ups.
Well, yeah, sure. I don't think he'll ever be weak. He's Wolverine.
That's true.
I mean, he's crazy.
He's overpowered, is what he is.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
The thing that ruined Wolverine for me is in the Ultimate Universe, he fights the Hulk, and the Hulk literally rips him in half, tosses his legs up a mountain, and Wolverine claws his way up the mountain and then reattaches his bottom half when he finds it. And I'm like, okay, come on. I thought that was a little much.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really put anything past him.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting anything that ridiculous to come out of Old Man Logan. I think it's gonna be a little more realistic than that.
Probably. No, well, yeah, Ultimate's universe was crazy, but still.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about Old Man Logan is that it does have a storyline that it's following. It's not just gonna be like, Wolverine doing Wolverine stuff. It's actually gonna be like it's gonna be. I think the reason that they called it Old Man Logan and not like Old Man Wolverine or whatever is because he's trying not to be Wolverine anymore. So it's kind of getting more into his character and like, treating him like a human being as opposed to a mutant. So it's interesting. Outside that, I picked up new We Are Robin and new Grayson. It's just continuing the stories. It's good stuff. In We Are Robin, it seems like the Robin gang isn't hanging out
At all?
Like it seems like they're all kind of doing their own thing. Cause in this last issue, they kind of ran into each other, and it kind of went through what everybody was doing, but none of them were really together. So I'm not sure if I'm assuming because the Joker gang is kind of becoming a thing. I'm assuming that if that actually once it builds up and there's an actual Joker gang, that the Robins will come back, is what I'm assuming. But right now they're kind of just building up the Joker gang, because there's one main guy who he calls himself Smiley, and he had some sort of something was wrong with his face when he was younger, and he had rich parents, so they tried to get his face fixed so that he wouldn't look like that, so he'd be handsome or whatever. And obviously now he has a permanent grin on his face, and so he basically looks like the Joker. So he wears makeup and everything. And
is the Joker anywhere to be found in this?
The Joker himself? No, he never shows up.
I wonder if he will at some point.
At least not so far, yeah.
I wonder if he's going to show up and just wreck them and be like, there's only one Joker.
Oh, you wreck the Jokers, you think?
Yeah. Because in the future, in the Batman Beyond, there's the Joker gang, but there's no Joker.
Right.
So there's no Joker to show up and be like, hey, you guys are dumb. I'm the Joker.
Right. Well, I don't know. I was wondering about that too. I was wondering if this was the precursor to the Joker gang from the Batman Beyond series, but I don't know. Yeah. Especially because they haven't gotten too far into it yet. Because the issue that I just read is basically about Smiley gaining members and starting to do stuff. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. It's still interesting, so I'm gonna keep reading it. Grayson, not a whole lot's happening. It's working on the same story that it's been, so not a whole lot to report there. But
They still haven't brought up the Court of Owls.
nope, they have not.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing.
You do this huge storyline and then nothing.
I mean, in all fairness, there was a storyline before, so it kind of cut in the middle. So I'm assuming that they're gonna finish this and then go back, maybe, or maybe they'll intersect. I don't know, but because kind of the whole point of Grayson was he was in Spiral now. He's Agent 37 or whatever, and so it's like about that. Because at this point, Dick and one of the other Spiral guys have left Spiral, and everyone's trying to kill them because they keep taking out Spiral agents because they're trying to take Spiral down now. But it's all kind of everyone's kind of trying to kill everyone, so it's kind of crazy. But
so wait, let me ask you something. Nothing special has happened in Grayson?
What do you mean?
Well, apparently I was reading that this month in Batman 50 that James Gordon doesn't have to be Batman anymore because Bruce comes back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's back.
I mean...
So I didn't know if they mentioned that at all.
He might just not know yet because he's constantly traveling, so maybe Bruce just hasn't gotten contact with him yet.
Maybe.
Or
I'm also
like
very interested to find out what Bruce thinks about the Robin gang.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool if they incorporated that.
Well, something tells me he's not going to be super thrilled with it.
I mean, yeah, especially their choice to train them, sort of, and then kind of leave them.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, at this point, it seems like they've disbanded. So unless they come back, maybe it won't even be an issue. But I'm assuming they're gonna come back since that's kind of what the comic is about.
Right.
So, but yeah, Batgirl's already crossed over with the Robins.
Oh, has
so
she?
She was in an episode. There's I keep saying episode, issue. There's an issue where one of the Robins, there's like the people, I guess there's like a new fad where like kids will somehow, like they'll start a fire or something and like wait there so that hopefully like a superhero will show up and they can take a picture of them.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's just like a weird fad of like these kids trying to post on social media like pictures of superheroes that they've seen.
I don't like that
in person
because it's something that would actually happen.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of what We Are Robin is about. It's about like real people. It's about reality and like these kids who are just like regular kids, trying to be super, but like realizing that maybe they can't because, I mean, even like the Red Robin and them are like on a whole different level than all these other kids, and that was kind of like the realization that happened in the Robin Wars. But in that issue, these kids like set a fire on top of this building, and one of the Robin girls showed up and was like, "You guys got to put this out," and they were like, "No way, like we're gonna take pictures and stuff," and she basically beats the crap out of them. And then Batgirl shows up and beats the crap out of him. And then she kind of just like hangs out with Batgirl for a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're just like sitting on a building and she's like, "So, like, how's it going?"
That's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Cool.
Speaking of Batgirl, I haven't picked up the next volume yet. But I will.
Cool.
The only other thing that I've read is I finally finished that
Your
that
dumb,
really depressing book. killing and dying. It was good though.
For you.
Yeah.
It sounds awful to me.
Can I tell you another one of the one of the other short stories?
If you must.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So it's this family. It's a mom and dad and a daughter, and the daughter has like a horrible stutter, and for some reason she wants to go into comedy. So, and the dad is like, no, this is an awful idea. And the mom is like, yeah, like, you can do it. Like, you can do whatever, you put your mind to. And basically, they put the girl into this class, and at the end of the class, she has a show, and she did great. And the dad goes up afterwards and, like, kind of finds out that the teacher basically wrote all of her material. So he was, like, super mad, and, like, basically, like, you didn't actually do, like, real comedy, like, it was all staged. And then it kind of, like, cuts, and the mom is dead. So
jeez.
Yeah, so the dad is, like, trying to encourage her still or whatever, but he's still, like, against the whole comedy thing. And so they're sitting at dinner, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna start doing improv. And he's like, okay, like, all right, like, he doesn't want to say too much, but he wants to support her still because her mom is dead now, and he has to kind of like fill that role. And so she's like, I'm gonna go to this comedy club tonight, like, I'm gonna go by myself, like, you don't have to come, like, you'll cramp my style or whatever. So she goes, and it's kind of like an open mic thing, so there's like a couple people that go, and then she gets up, and her dad like came to watch her anyway, and she gets on stage, and she just bombs like so hard. Like she's making like awful jokes. She's like trying to make fun of the people in the crowd and stuff, and like they're making jokes about her and like laughing at her, and the dad is just like sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And the story ends with the dad just goes home, and he's like beating his head against the wall, and the daughter walks in. She's like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, nothing, like, everything's fine. And that's basically how it ends.
I don't know why you like that. That's horrible. It doesn't sound entertaining.
Brent has an empathy for pain.
There's more to it than that. I
would also like to say
it
for the record that is dumb, because on America's Got Talent, I think, there was a comedian that had a stutter, and he killed it. He was actually super funny.
I don't think it had anything to do with her having... I don't think that was, like...
The problem wasn't she had a stutter. It sounds like she was just bad at comedy.
She had no friends, and, like... It was her whole character. Like, she was a loner. She had no friends. Like, it was a whole...
I don't want to hear any more about this. This is depressing me.
More of this. Just
no.
Kidding. I could tell you the other one. The other
one's no.
It's not as bad.
One per podcast.
Right,
one
fine.
per podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm gonna forget it.
Little Frieza demands.
Good. Forget.
All right.
All right.
So that's all I've read. You guys want to talk about the shows?
Yes. Let's talk about some Flash.
Yes.
And how good King Shark is.
I actually remember what happened in this episode.
Well, it's kind of hard to forget a giant, 7 to 8 foot tall shark.
Well,
it sounds like he's more like 9-10.
Yeah, probably.
From the comparison,
I thought this whole episode was like
fantastic.
It was probably I felt like it pushed every character.
Yeah.
Like the only one who maybe didn't was Cisco.
Yeah, but he was the catalyst to push Caitlyn.
Kind of. So, so I'm not even mad about that. But I mean, like, there was a whole thing with Wally. Barry told Iris and Joe about Earth 2, which was probably a bad idea. Like, stuff happened with Harrison Wells and his daughter. Like, they're growing together. There was the whole Caitlyn thing. Even Diggle was there. Like, so many characters like had development in this one episode.
I would also like to say,
obviously Barry too.
One of my favorite ongoing things, like ongoing jokes, is
Yeah.
that Diggle just can't get over the fact that Barry is super fast.
Yeah.
My favorite line in the whole show was when he's looking at him after he takes off, and Lila was like, "Yeah, he's fast. Get over it." And Diggle's like, "Never."
Well, and then at the end of the episode, even she says,
She's like,
Like-
she's like, "That was creepy." He's like, "See?"
yeah, more or less.
Do you get my point yet?
I loved it. King Shark was awesome. I'm really glad they didn't kill him off, so he can be in future episodes.
Yeah, seriously.
We will not spoil it, but they finally revealed who Zoom is at the
Yeah.
end of the episode. Now,
Even though it was spoiled for me.
oh yeah, somebody at
We
work
won't
spoiled
talk
it
about
for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. We need to beat him up.
Her.
It was actually a girl.
No. We need to beat her up. Equality.
Bogus.
Yeah, I agree. It was just a fantastic episode all around. The Zoom reveal was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually see that coming. Like, I thought it was a couple of the other characters, and it wasn't. So
I wasn't even trying to figure out who Zoom was. I was trying to figure out who the guy in the mask was.
Well, now we know.
Well, yeah.
So that's cool. What about the arrow?
mean-
I was a fan of the fact that they finally got rid of Damien Dark's ultra superpowers, so now he's
Yeah.
just a dude, and he's gonna get the crap kicked out of him on the regular, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was into the Damien Dark fight for sure.
I was just sick of every time they fight him, he just force choke, force throw.
Yeah, I know. He's not Darth Vader.
Yeah, so now that they got rid of his powers, I'm happy. Vixen was cool. I liked the powers. I liked how they did her powers.
Yeah.
I will agree with you. She's not the best actress in the world, but
What are you gonna do?
what are you going to do? The character was cool.
Yeah.
I forgot that she could fly. Actually, I'm not 100% in the comics she can fly.
Yeah, neither am I.
But she can run like supersonic fast with the cheetah power, so
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
she does have super speed, so she could still get around. I just
It
don't.
just wouldn't make sense that if she like had the. I mean, she does. It's not like she grows wings or something.
No, she just.
So it's like, how is she actually flying right now?
Well, I guess it's the same as how does she take the power of an elephant and like if she sits on you as an elephant, like you could be.
Right.
I mean, you could be Superman and struggle to get her off. Like she. Okay, maybe not Superman, but still, you could be super. You could be super.
Bad example.
Yeah, bad example. You could be super strong and still struggle to get her off. Like, if she takes on like a gorilla, she gets super strength.
Right. Right.
So I guess it's not super unrealistic that she could fly.
I don't imagine she's gonna be frequent on the show. though.
No, well, neither is Constantine. Although I hear, and I hope this rumor is true, that Constantine is coming to season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow.
Hmm.
I would be super into that.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta catch up on Legends of Tomorrow. But
So do I. I still gotta catch up on Arrow. Ugh. Die, zombie.
I don't know. My problem with Arrow is the whole it's got like soap opera kind of stuff, like with relationship wise. Like the whole thing, there's like there's always tension between Oliver and Felicity, and now they're even bringing back the whole thing with Laurel, which might be cool because maybe they'll finally do the Green Arrow Black Canary thing, but
Now that is, yeah, we'll see.
I'm just so tired of them like going back and forth, like, we're gonna get married, oh, we're not getting married, oh, we're gonna get married, oh, we're not getting married. Like, it's like, I don't care anymore. I don't care if you get married.
Hit you guys.
Like, I like Felicity as a character, I like Oliver obviously, but at this point I'm like, I don't even care if you get married.
Yeah.
And I still hope Thea dies.
He's been on this thing forever that he hopes
She's
Thea
the
dies.
worst character.
She's not that bad.
She's pretty bad.
Alright.
How bad is pretty bad?
I mean, I felt like her only purpose in the beginning of the show was to bring Roy into it. I mean, how else would Oliver have met Roy without Thea?
Because he's a thief and he stopped crime. He would have eventually stopped him, maybe.
Maybe. But he wouldn't have met him on the same personal level.
No, probably not.
So,
all right.
There you have it.
Well, that's our comic news. Unfortunately, Grant is way behind. I don't think Walter's watching it at all, and I am an episode behind on Legends of Tomorrow, so we're going to skip that today. And like we said earlier in the podcast, we haven't watched the new iZombie yet, so we'll probably talk about 2 episodes next weekend. Next weekend.
Yeah.
So that's comics. You want to start us off, Black, with what you said you were going to talk about in video games?
Sure. If you haven't seen it, you probably haven't been on Facebook, but there's a new generation of Pokemon games coming out called Sun and Moon.
And it looks, I mean, they haven't showed anything, but there's a 7th generation, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying brand new Pokemon, it's going to be a whole new thing.
Well, it usually is.
Yeah, for anyone who watches like the animated series, they've already they've shown a few of the characters.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, some of the Pokemon from the last generation are getting Mega Evolutions.
That's how it's going to be from now on. They're going to introduce new Pokemon. Some of the new Pokemon will get Megas, and then some of the old Pokemon will also get Megas. You know which one I really want? I want Mega Machamp.
That'd be pretty crazy.
That'd be pretty cool, but I don't know what that would do.
I want him to grow. I was just going to say, I want him to grow two more arms.
So do you have 4?
Yes.
Coming out of his eyeballs?
No, he'd have 6 at that point.
He only has 4.
I know. I want him to grow 2 more when he goes Mega.
I meant like 2 more sets.
Oh, no. I don't want him to have 8 arms. That's too much.
I meant 2 more sets. I was like, what?
No, just 1 more set of arms for 6 total.
Okay. All right,
no, he should grow more legs to even it out.
Why?
He should have 4 legs and 4 arms.
He should become a centaur, and he's got arms all the way down his horse body.
See, that would make so much sense.
See,
you guys seen that?
Clearly, Game Freak needs to hire us for Pokemon designs.
Yeah.
You can submit Pokemon designs to them, right?
I did not know that, but I'm going to.
That's how a lot of the Pokemon have been made.
If Mega Machamp's not in there, I'm suggesting it.
Bro, we should get together and make one up.
We should.
Send it in.
It takes forever for them to get reviewed. A lot of them get rejected, but they always send you a thank you letter.
Yeah, but we'll try our best, You
just got thank you letter signed by the guy who makes Pokemon.
Did I ever tell you guys that when I was little, I sent in a game idea, and I got a letter back?
No.
I did.
Well, from who?
I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo.
Oh.
What was your game idea?
It was like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. You alright, so you're at the zoo, and all these snakes get out, and you're playing as the snakes, and the whole purpose is the different species of snakes had different powers, and you would play as the snake, and the zookeepers and stuff were trying to catch you, and you could use your powers to get away from them. So it would have been something along the lines of probably the Ninja Turtles game, side scroller, where you're being chased. 'Cause that's all I knew when I was little. It's Sonic and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that was pretty much all I had. little 8-year-old Grant.
That's awesome.
I even drew pictures and stuff.
So I was looking for something for for the new Pokemon, and I came across something I would like to read you guys real quick. It's a Super Smash Brothers cartridge, like for the 64, that's all scratched up. It's a Reddit post, and it says, "This Super Smash Brothers has been run over by a truck. Shit still works." I'm just reading all of the comments. "Because it's pure Nintendadium. I love how you step on a disc, it snaps in half. But if you step on a Nintendo cartridge, it won't even budge. Hell, you can drop a TV on an N64 and it probably works even better than before.
True.
Pure Nintendium. Nintendium is the strongest element known to mankind. The only thing stronger than Nintendium is Nokium. What if we somehow combine them both? Whatever we get would be unstoppable. One game to rule them all. One system to find them. One phone to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them." And that is it, and I thought it was fantastic.
I feel like that's that story, though. I watched one of my Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Actually, I watched my White 2 version. It was still in my pants, and I didn't check, and I washed my pants. I popped it into my DS. It still runs.
Yeah, does not surprise me. Nintendo knows how to do it.
I feel like that's a reference to Gundam, though. Because, like, the thing that the Gundams are made out of is a made-up metal.
Gundanium?
Yeah, I think it's called, like, it's Gundium or something. It's something stupid like that.
Well, I think they were just... I feel like you can put... That's like...
Put anything
in anything with "ium" at the end and make it a
Grantium, the strongest of all metals.
The manliest of all metals.
Yeah.
Because that's what your name means.
Right.
Dude.
Rhyanium, the smartest of all metals.
Alright, we don't need to be carried away like that.
Okay,
yeah,
you know what? Screw you guys.
You can't just lie to
Screw
people.
you guys.
Don't
Right
make
in the
up
butthole.
fairy tales.
Alright. Well, I am looking super forward to the new Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like we were like hyped it up, and then we can't even like talk about
I've been
it.
playing a ton of the old one.
I haven't. We're going to be recording some new episodes. We've been putting up the Let's Play every day. So we have 5 up as of today, which is Friday, the 26th. So Sunday will be episode 7, and then Sunday we are also going to record new episodes for next week. So be on the lookout for those. We're going to try recording the audio a little different, so the audio should be better. Oh my gosh, what is that? Who is opening?
Are you taping some shit up, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
I just opened a pack of sleeves.
Well, stop it. Super
I'm
loud.
my Pokemon card.
It's super loud.
Do it later.
Yeah.
I did it all the way to the other side of the wall, and it's mic's still.
Well, you bought a new mic. It's better.
Yeah, it was super loud even then.
Good job. I was like all the way over, and it still picked it up.
What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
you guys are probably gonna hear when my mom walked in and was like, "Are you doing your podcast?"
That's awesome. I thought mine was going to at one point. So yeah, be on the lookout for more Pokemon videos. Hopefully in the near future we will have another Let's Play going as well. Don't know what that's going to be yet, but
yeah, we haven't talked about another game yet.
But I'm sure we will come up with something.
Once I get my PS3 fix, I'm gonna do a Let's Play.
It broke again?
No, the PS3 broke because it was trying to update and they ran out of memory, and then my internet shut off at the same time, and it corrupted the hard drive because it was trying to load backup data. Like, it was trying to find space to save the new update by trying to erase the old update.
That sounds awful.
And then the power went out.
You already lost me.
I was like, crap. Well, it killed my hard drive on my PS3.
Well,
that sucks.
So
what are you going to do a Let's Play of?
That sucks.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
That's something me and Grant wanted to do, is Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah. Well, this is 1. It's just it's the Japanese remake version, so it's got a lot of the extra stuff that they put into the Game Boy one.
Is it in Japanese?
You can put it in Japanese. It has English.
Oh, but it is in English?
It's an English game.
Okay.
Although I actually think I like the Japanese voice is better.
Ugh. I feel like that does not make
Does it still have
good
subtitles?
Let's
Yeah,
play
it has
material.
subtitles. You can play the whole game in subtitles. Yeah.
I've only been playing, other than the Pokemon we'll be playing, I've only been playing Overwatch this week. I'm still on the hype train. Next week I'll have more to talk about because the new hero, the Necromancer, is coming out in Heroes of the Storm on Tuesday. So I'll be playing him some, and I'll give my very non-professional, like I am no pro gamer in Heroes of the Storm, but I'll give my opinions on the new guy. I was listening to a podcast today, one of the Heroes of the Storm podcasts I listened to, and he sounds super strong. We'll see. Li Ming, when she came out a week or two ago, she was way OP. She's still pretty strong, even though they toned her down. So,
Speaking of new characters, we should probably put some money together and buy the new Smash characters.
I already bought them all.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Fantastic.
You didn't even tell us.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, well, next time we come over, we'll play.
By the way, we should throw in, when Pokken Tournament comes out, we're going to need to get that.
What system is that for?
The Wii.
Wii U.
The
Oh,
Wii
it's
U.
for the Wii U?
Yeah, so
Okay,
we're going to be
sure.
playing that at White's house.
Yeah. Looks dope.
Yeah, it looks super good. So yeah, other than that, just
2:30.
Overwatch. Been playing a lot of Reinhardt because my clan has... I think I'm going to end up being one of the main tanks, possibly an off healer. I like playing damage dealer. I mean, Reaper's probably my best character. Reinhardt's my second best, but nobody really likes tanking all that much except me. So I've been getting better with Winston and Zarya, Roadhog, pretty much everyone except Diva.
I keep meaning to play Roadhog, and I never have.
Roadhog's actually a lot of fun. Like he's got the hook. My best play, hands down. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's such a good play." There was Genji. He double jumped in the air and then he dashed, and as he was falling out of the air, I hooked him out of the midair.
Oh, jeez.
And then blasted him and killed him. But everybody was
Nice.
everyone was on the point, so my whole team saw it and everyone was giving me props. That was probably my best Roadhog play.
Did you get game of the play? Or game of the play? Play of the game for that?
No, because it was just one kill. You got to get like 3 or more kills in rapid succession to be up for play of the
Yeah,
game.
that's true.
Oh,
I would know.
yeah,
I've
you
done
would.
it.
Me too.
I've done it.
So his other ability
With Junkrat and Junkrat only.
Yeah, right.
What did I do? Who was I? Reinhardt?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Right? Last time I went over?
Possibly.
You got to play the game last time you were over?
He did.
No, I didn't play it, but like the first time I came over to play that,
Yeah.
I think it was Reinhardt most of the time. I got
So Roadhog's second ability is a heal, and like
Oh, really?
yeah, he just heals himself. So that's where he gets his tankiness. Is he's got like 650 health, so he's got one of, if not the highest health pools. But he doesn't have armor. He doesn't have shields. He just has a ton of health. So his thing is that his E is a heal, but it heals him for like, you can go from like 200 to 600. Like it's a huge heal.
Yeah.
And it's fairly instant too. So like that's his tankiness. That's why he's a tank, is he's just got
That's
a ton
pretty
of
cool. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
dang.
So he's a lot of fun. He's a very close. You basically have to hook people and get him close though, because he's got a shotgun and it's got very limited range.
Right.
But that's all I've been playing.
Is it really hard to hook people, or?
It's
I feel like it can't be because I get hooked all the time.
It's not super hard. Like some people like that are fast, you kind of have to lead them. So it does
Right.
take some skill. But like my favorite is like if a Reaper is doing his Death Blossom, I can just hook him out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and same with a Pharah. If a Pharah goes up and tries to rain justice down on your face, neck, and chest, you can
Right.
hook her down. And then
That's pretty bogus, but pretty awesome.
it is. It's super annoying for the person
Sounds
getting
pretty awesome.
hooked because As long as you're, I don't know what the timing is, if it's like half a second or a full second, but as long as your ultimate's gone off for so long, if you get hooked after that, you lose the rest
You
of your
don't get
ultimate.
it back.
Yeah.
See, that is cool though, because like, as much as like the characters are made to counteract each other, like at first it kind of felt like the ultimates were like, there's nothing you can do about this. Like if somebody uses their ult, they're gonna kill a bunch of people.
Well,
but
it's nice because, okay, so Pharah and Reaper, Reinhardt also poops on them as long as he has the same with Winston. If Winston or Reinhardt get their shield in front of it,
right.
Reinhardt can block, if he's got a full shield, I think he can block the entirety of Pharah's ult. I mean, it'll crack his shield and maybe hurt him a little bit, but it won't kill him. And same with,
and that's really cool.
Same with Death Blossom. If I'm what I usually do when I'm Reinhardt is if a Reaper comes in and tries to Death Blossoms, I try to position myself in between him and the team with my shield up, and my shield can absorb almost the full Death Blossom.
Good.
And then my team can just shoot at him from behind my shield.
See, that seems more fair because when I'm using Junkrat and I shoot out my wheel, like it can just be shot and
right.
That's it.
Something, remember what I told you, and I don't know if you've been using this, but one of the best things I've seen is people will hide behind a building with Junkrat and use their ultimate instead of going around the corner. Remember, the Junkrat, because it's full of spikes, it can climb walls. So what they'll do is they'll hide behind a building and climb it up and over the building and then just drop it on people.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that. Well, I think you did tell me, but I didn't have a chance to try it yet.
No, yeah, I think I told you since the last time we played.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like, it's super annoying too to be like, okay, I hear it. Where's it coming from? And it comes from above.
And then it drops on your head.
Yes, it comes from above you, and you're like,
That's
well,
awesome.
What was I gonna do about that?
I'm super into that.
But like his is good. Because, like, I could be Reinhardt with a full shield and put my shield up. Doesn't matter. Junkrat's ult will kill me in one shot. If he runs it straight into me, I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's always the rock, paper, scissors. So, like, if you've got a Junkrat and a Reaper, you want to use the Junkrat ult to take out the Reinhardt and then have the Reaper go in and Death Blossom when they don't have a shield to hide behind.
Right.
So there's, I don't know, it's such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I played this week. Like I said, I'll play some Heroes next week. Tomorrow, Saturday the 27th, is the HeroClix Open in Chicago, which is a huge event. I don't know if I'm going to play in the main event, but I'm definitely going to play in a bunch of side events. So that's going to be cool.
Good luck.
Thank you.
May the force be with you.
What have you been playing, White?
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon TCG.
Ooh.
What is that?
On
the trading card
game. Online or in person?
Both. As I don't know if you guys remember, I have that whole box of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Ashley have just been building random decks and playing for chores in the house.
That sounds
This is your Yu-Gi-Oh gateway drug. You stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh and now you're gonna pick Pokemon back up.
Well, I've always had a lot of Pokemon, so
I love
really
the Pokemon TCG. I'll have to play you sometime. I have a deck. I mean, it's super old, but I have a fighting deck somewhere.
Oh, that's what I just built, was a fighting deck recently.
I have
Well then.
my
main is Monchamp on this one.
I built a Rampardos deck.
Oh, I heard that one's pretty good.
It was back in
my
the
main
day.
deck. My
Machamp is cheap though.
Not in this one. His just adds power.
I remember playing Javi's little brother and he had a Machamp and he was doing all sorts of nonsense.
Dude, once me and Javi got serious, it got stupid.
Well, we had that little tournament and that was kind of fun.
See,
Yeah,
that
we just had
sounds
starter
awesome.
decks.
Dude, that's what we should do. We should pick a card game. I don't even care if it's Magic, Pokemon, whatever. And we should each buy a different starter and have a little starter tournament.
Pokemon's the easiest to do that with because there's more variety. With Magic would probably be the easier one. Is an easy one to do it too because they have more starter decks.
I would love to do it with Magic just because I haven't played in so long. I mean, I don't really want to get hardcore back into it, but I think that would be a fun way to get back into it a little bit.
But I think Pokemon would be the easiest because Grant already knows the rules.
and I'm also not gonna pay money.
Well, you're gonna have to buy a starter.
It's only like $12.
Probably not though.
Okay, well, Grant's not invited into the tournament then.
Okay.
Well, or you guys can just build one. I've bought a whole bunch of them already. You guys can just rummage through the pile.
As long as they're still intact. I don't want to do anything that's like modified. I want to do like straight starters because they're always bad, and so that'll be the most fair.
All right, do you want to just do that? We'll buy a bunch of starters then. Next time we get a chance.
Well, if Grant's not doing it, I think we should do Magic.
200
Wow.
Magic's.
Yeah, I've never even played Magic.
Magic is basically it's not that much more complicated than
it's the next step up from Pokemon.
Yeah, but the game
there's a few more rules.
The basic gameplay of it is super easy, and if you buy a starter deck, there's nothing that's going to be overly like all the overly complicated stuff comes from booster packs. Like a starter deck is a starter deck because it's not super complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So Magic starter decks are not hard to play.
Is it easier or harder to learn than Yu-Gi-Oh?
Think Pokemon. Because the way you take your
here's
turns
the
is
thing.
pretty much the same.
I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was hard to learn, and I started with Magic. I think Magic's easier to learn than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is really, really difficult. It's a high learning curve.
Yeah, so if you can play Yu-Gi-Oh, you can definitely
Well,
play Magic.
But like if you know how to play Pokemon, it's the same turn base. Like you can put down one energy, which would equate to you can put down one land per turn.
Yeah. So
And
how
that's how
it works? Unlike so Pokemon, you put your energy on your Pokemon, and you can use their attacks. Magic, you have cards in your hand, and each turn you can play a land, and your card might cost, if you're playing an all black deck, your card might cost 2 black and 2 colorless. And so let's say you're playing a black white deck. So you have 2 swamps, which are black down, and 2 plains, which are white down. That's 2 black, and you can use the 2 plains for the 2 colorless, because colorless can be any color. And then that's how you pay to play the card. But once the card's down, unlike Pokemon, you don't need energy on the card. You paid the cost for the card, so now you can attack every turn. So it's like reverse Pokemon. So instead of just playing your attacker and then buffing it up with energy, you play it later and it's just ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
And then the card pretty much tells you what to do from there. It's like, oh, you can use this at any time.
I'm telling you, you could definitely look. If you're willing to do the Magic, I'll buy you a dang starter.
Unless you want to do Pokemon, then I'll buy.
I mean, I would much rather do Pokemon because I actually have an attachment to it. Magic, I don't care.
Alright, then we'll do the
Fine.
Pokemon.
I'd rather do
Pokemon.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I would love to do D&D, but we still don't have anybody that's a dungeon master.
Well,
That's the hard part.
I can't say we've looked that hard.
No, it's
We haven't
true.
even tried yet. And then we're scarce for time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look for at least you and I, since we're both in the suburbs. I'll look around and see if there's a D&D game night anywhere around us that we could go to some night if it's not super late. It would probably be on the weekend anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah.
Well, other than Pokemon, I'm still playing Dragon Age.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah. Well, I'm really into it right now, so I'm gonna keep playing that.
Well,
until
the
I beat
game's hella long, is what I meant.
it. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. But I found the item that resets your skills.
Mm-hmm.
I finally found one because I felt like I messed up because I was going all over the place with because when you pick a class, there's like 4 categories of where you can dump your points into to get skills from.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept spreading it out all over each of the 4, just trying to get whatever I can get that sounded cool. And then I was like, maybe I should really just think about what I should do first, like how I normally do, like in Dark Souls and stuff. Like, what do I want to main?
Yeah.
So I revamped my skills. I made my character an archer, and now I have a bunch of bow skills. And and it does a shit ton of damage than I was doing before now.
That's cool.
It's pretty crazy. I didn't expect that just by reorganizing my skills I'd do that.
No, that'll do it. I learned that
I thought
lesson.
I was doing everything fine, but I'm like, okay.
I learned that lesson in WoW and Diablo. Like, just a skill tree tweak can make all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Diablo, I've still been playing Path of Exile.
Diablo better, but whatever.
Well, Path of Exile is like the best free version of Diablo you can find.
Yeah, but once you buy the game, like, they're still putting out expansions for Diablo, and, like, they're free. Like, you buy the game, and you buy Reaper of Souls, and then anything that comes out, unless it's a full expansion, is free.
Yeah.
So, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Shut up, cat.
Yeah, shut up, cat.
Shut up, cat. Other than that, that's all I got. Oh,
Cool.
one other thing, though. Like I told you guys earlier, I bought the DC deck builder game.
Oh, yeah, I want to play that.
Yeah, I bought the villains version.
Yes. You're
So
speaking
it
my
has
language.
It's
Yes,
got
it does
Sinestro
have Sinestro.
as the character you can play as.
Oh, no, I know the only person I'm playing as.
Although he has a pretty weird ability.
Don't care.
I don't know. I don't think. Depending if you guys want to play like two characters or two personalities or just one,
Well,
that's really important. If you're just doing one, it doesn't really matter.
all I know is the first time I play, whether I'm playing 2 or 1, Sinestro, I got dibs on Sinestro.
We can do a draft style. It's funny.
I got dibs on Deathstroke.
Well, fine, I don't care.
Fine, I guess I'll take Bane.
I'd rather have Sinestro.
Yeah, you can have Bane.
Yeah.
No, wait. I call Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you can have her too.
It's your favorite Harley Quinn too.
Oh, the original?
No, the one you
She
hate.
still get
Oh,
wrecked
the
by
new one?
Deathstroke.
It's the new one. This one's her drawing for her new one. But all the other ones are pretty like their best drawings. I guess people consider. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we're fighting the heroes.
Good. Gonna wreck them.
So it's like the Flash and all that stuff. All of them.
I don't want to wreck the Flash. I like the Flash.
But he's the first one you have to beat up.
Yeah, well, sucks to be him.
Yep, because he's the first one to arrive on the scene, so he has to get his ass kicked.
Yep.
Oh, and I was talking to the guy at the game shop.
Uh-huh.
I guess there's a story for these.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, he was telling me, because this is basically that most of the heroes are gone and that the villains became the new Justice League. I don't really get. I gotta find that. There's a comic series for these. I'm gonna have to find these.
Cool.
Yeah, that's on my to buy list. That and to buy the rest of the expansions for DC now.
Yeah.
Because this one's a standalone because it's the villains. There's the other main story where it's the heroes. But one of the expansions has Nightwing, so that'd be pretty cool. And I know Grant would be like, "I'll play that."
I may or may not be wearing a Nightwing shirt right now.
Of course you are.
I'm wearing the T-shirts we made back in high school.
I saw that. You're wearing your Heart t-shirt.
I'm not
Yeah.
wearing a shirt.
That's disgusting.
Or pants, probably.
I have pants on.
He's super naked right now.
Could be. You'll never know.
Dun, dun, dun!
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
Alright. Well, on that note,
Is it okay though?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, let's leave everybody on the note of thinking about you naked.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that.
What do you want me to do, man?
Well, you need a clean background.
That's pretty
Why don't
bad.
you put
Well,
this
keep an eye out
up here?
on the Facebook and Twitter if you're not already subscribed.
So you have a clean
Um,
background.
Facebook's Mobile Suit Gamers, and Twitter is Mobile Suit Gamers without an E on mobile because it wouldn't let me have that many characters. So I had to drop an E.
Darn you, Twitter.
I know. So
Spoiled again.
follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll keep you updated. We'll let you know what we're going to play next. You guys are welcome to give us your input as well. And then, keep an eye out for the new episodes of the Pokemon game. Anything you guys want to add?
Bye.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Are the mobile suit gamers. We love tacos so much. Do you want to eat tacos with us? We